Alright, so that was the 41st try, I believe. So this is 42nd. So I continued from 30, well, yesterday was 36. So today I did 37 through 41st now. So this should be 42nd if I didn't lose count. Okay, so it's Vault of Assassins with Revenant Soldiers. So this will take forever to build. I mean, the density is nice, but it'll take forever to build. There's a blue elite here. But the problem is this will take forever to build the kill streak. But I want to, like, build something kills anyway. So let's see the time anyways. Oh, it's a Waller? Okay, I'll check floor 2 just for the sake of it. So normally so it's archives. So the follow-up is already poor. So normally you would play this around this spot for this map. And then if you don't play this spot, then you have to leave. So what I was going to do though, originally, is to build kills. But because that blue elite was a Waller, that would cut my time anyway. What is this one though? Besides the Frozen Pulse, obviously. So I have 14 kills, 15 kills, 16 kills. $20 kills. It's not enough for kills to spawn, but this is like a nice spot to play early. Oh, okay. That was very painful. I mean, I forced it. And then there's another blue on, like, over here that didn't follow in here, but I didn't want it to follow in there anyway because I would have been dead. So health link, something, something, something. Well, this follow-up was bad anyway. What's the next one? Okay, so what is this one? It's also it's there's some gold gores which is really annoying. So this is really painful because of the spearmen. So this floor would have been playable, but it's very hot. So basically, this floor would have been fine had it been floor 2. Because you don't expect to get out of that other map fast enough. But the incoming damage of this one is very high. — 64, 65. — 71, 72. Uh-oh. I accidentally pulled the ghosts. Okay, I need to tug. I over-tugged. Okay, 46 kills. So I lost time by playing the second floor a little bit, but now another problem is my next bird has to kill 2. And then comes the other part. What's my pylon gonna be? So like the stall here is how fast I can get my next Ring of Fire though. Like, that's my next issue. I don't know how I'm gonna get my next Ring of Fire fast enough. Because I didn't build the initial... So that's why I wanted to build initial kills from a previous floor. Because if you take so long to build kills while killing the elite, you're losing time from the elite affixes. Even though this build is like super tanky this season, like the problem is still time waste from elite affixes. So like this next pylon has to be perfect. I don't even know if I can get my Ring of Fire, even though it seems pretty easy. But then I don't know if I can kill 2 elites. I have to kill 2 elites. The ghost is almost dead by itself. I just need 1. Can I get 1? Yes, thank you. Okay, the blue didn't go in properly. Yep. Okay, saved a little. Okay, next pylon, come on. Where's the pylon? Where's my pylon at? Power. I mean, I have to make the biggest play with this power. This power has to be so crazy big. It has to kill everything. Okay, I have to gather everyone here, and they have to not move. And then I come back over here. Because I don't have time to save this one. So, let's go. Ah, shit, it's spinners. Okay. Well. Alright. This has to... This has to be the best power pylon in the world. Oculus Ring. Oculus Ring. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Now the problem is getting lost, right? Because either way, that was it for the power. Is there something? Okay, there wasn't. Alright, so my problem is the next pylon. Okay, I got the conduit. So I need elites. So there's 2 here. There's 2 here. And then there's 1 here. Okay. So I have to gather them together. And this, they decide not to move because of the freezing. Building elite. Okay, now I have to go back for this. Okay. Okay. Super split. That's bad. That shielding is bad. I need to skip that. Okay. Bad. I have to take this and go now. Spinners. I have to get out. I have to get off this floor. I might be able to play here. Nah, I have to get out. Okay, medium spiders is better. I have to get out because of the fire shamans. And this elite is gonna waste my time. It's gonna stall me. This elite is literally gonna stall my 2%, by the way. This is gonna be a 1% stall somewhere. Yep, it's gonna be a 1% stall. Just watch. Yep, a 1% stall. This is the 1% stall that... Okay, what is it? Okay, there's a chance, I think. Nah, no chance, actually. No chance. I need... That 2% stall was huge, and then... Okay, so I wasted 20 seconds of my own time earlier. So we'll see if that backfires. So I lost 20 seconds because I wasted time on the first 2 floors. Actually, I wasted more than 20 seconds. I wasted, like, I think 35 seconds. From the first 2 floors. I wasted 35 seconds. Yeah. So I can't kill without... And that right there was really stupid. She attacked... Her slam was max range. That was a max range slam. That shouldn't have hit me. The max range slam. So I wasted 35 seconds. We'll have to count how much time I end up later. And that would actually hurt. Because it is what it is. But if it goes beyond 35 seconds, then it's not really my fault. Because the 2% stall was bad, And I had to use that power, like, correctly. Because that floor would have been so much better had it been a conduit. Yeah, it's more than 35 seconds, but I mean, it wasn't perfect. I didn't play it perfectly. But I did play the conduit pretty well. Because I couldn't stay for that yellow shielding because I didn't hit the yellow shielding. And then I actually played the Ring of Fire at, like, I didn't even look. I was not even looking. When I got that Ring of Fire near for the conduit, by the way, it was by luck. Because I wasn't planning on that Ring of Fire. That Ring of Fire was a bonus. Like, I wasn't even thinking about the kills at that point. I just needed to go with the conduit. Wherever it landed, it landed. I just got lucky that it landed in the intersection. But yes, the power was pretty good. Like, I mean, I did waste time to set it up, but I had to set it up because if you spend time splitting your power, right? If I had taken it any sooner, the elite packs being everywhere, your power just splits apart into the density and the obstacles, and if I don't remember where they are, I would have wasted the power even worse. So yes, for the power pylon, I think I did okay because I bought enough time back with the power pylon. Because ideally, it would have been better with a conduit or even a shield. Like in that spot, a shield would be the same play, basically. The power sped it up, basically. Sped up a shield, had it been a shield. Because I would have played the same way. But I did waste 35 seconds plus on the first two floors. So like the first two floors was this, right? So like this was my first two floors. So I wasted some time here just now. I remember all this. I wasted some time here. I wasted like 25 seconds probably here. And then I play, well, it's probably like 50 seconds because I also wasted time here in that other spot. But I had to do it because, so I wasted time here, right here where my mouse is. It's too far to walk. But over here, I built the kills. I had to build kills somewhere because on this floor, the graveyard was going to take even longer to build kills. So while we think I wasted time here, it was the time gained that I didn't need to build kills there, and I had enough for 2 or 3 or 2.5 Ring of Fires in that graveyard to play that to break even exactly. So like the whole idea though is that this is just to like check to make sure that there wasn't anything across. Yeah, if the time was 1550, let's say it's on me. Yes. Because I wasted time on the two floors. Yes. Because so normally, right, when people see this floor, they would leave already, right? But the first rule is to check floor 2, right? Checking floor 2, it also failed. So theoretically speaking, I should have left even faster on floor 2, right? And then to if you didn't build enough kills, you would waste time on floor 3 anyway. Because if you're playing the Ring of Fire Sliver of Terror, you need kills. And then the graveyard was good because in the graveyard, in a hot graveyard, you would get more elite packs like sooner, right? And if you built enough kills to the point where they start grouping already, then you don't have to go find the elites after building the kills. Because I prepared some kills, like half the kills was on the previous floor. So I have to get that into account too. So anyway, what's the time? The Rift Guardian took forever. 1628. So 1628 minus 50 seconds, right? 1628 minus 50 seconds. So let's just say it's a minute. So 1528. So the issue then, right? If it's 1528, no. The problem now, the 1528, the problem is why people leave. Because the first floor or the second floor waste your time, the travel time. So including my own 50-second issue, right? Including my own 50-second issue. The problem is that the graveyard appeared too late. That's why people want to fish, because they need the first floor to start faster, to start sooner. So the later you start, right? The later you start your progression, that eats the time, right? And that's why skipping floors is bad, even in the middle. Even if you have to skip floors in the middle, that middle section is the travel time. And then because this season has the soul shards, you have to build the ring of fire correctly. So even though you let's say you prepared 92 kills, or even like 99, well, maybe 99 kills is a little easy, right? Let's just say it's 92 kills. You still need the 8 kills later, right? That travel time plus the 8 kills in the next floor that you do eats time. So if this was 1528, the problem now then is that the first 2 floors sucked so badly that it ate the extra 30 seconds. Yeah. So this is the fun of the game to me, is to like find out exactly why someone fished or why something happened. But overall, that was like, in my eyes, it was pretty good. I mean, what else can I do, right? That's what I'm analyzing. Yeah, I enjoyed this part, regardless of how easy or not easy to say what they are, what the problems are. I think it was like an okay thing. I mean, we prayed for the conduit. Like you prayed for me to get the conduit. We got the conduit. I tried my best to play the conduit. It was not enough. It was just like okay because the conduit. It was like what two elite packs, I think, or was it three? It was probably two because the yellow was the one, the one that I didn't want. But then I got Lacuni slashers with the conduit, so the density gave me an like almost like an extra elite from the Lacuni slashers being the mob type. So we count it as 2.5 elites or 2 elites plus density. So it gave me a lot of time lead. But then I also lost time later on the last 2%. Yeah, if it was reversed, like you said, if it was reversed, um, I think the problem though, had it been reversed. Now, had it been reversed, I would have gained a lot of time, um, to be able to kill the pylon conduit. I think the elite that came from the pylon that I clicked the power for, I can kill one extra elite there, right? Minimum. So that's one. Um, but the issue though is still the last percent stall because if it did stall, it would have stalled somewhere. And that would be the worst thing. And normally that is usually the worst thing. When people have clears that are like, very close to the timer, the worst part of it all is the 1 to 3% stall. So I wouldn't say it's a perfect clear either if the pylon's reversed, but we have to account whether I would get stalled somewhere. Because of the pathing. Like everything is very positional. Um when you play a conduit pylon, right? When you play a conduit pylon, there's something funny that you need to notice. Okay, aside from the big plays, right? When you get a conduit pylon on a linear map, like whether it's an exit pylon, conduit, or an entrance conduit, right? By the time your conduit ends, some more than half the time, you're like, why did this elite not be a little closer? Like at the end of a conduit, right? At the end of the conduit, you might see an elite pack like in your face as soon as the conduit ends. And so what I'm trying to say is that at some point the stall appears somewhere, right? And that can even happen on a conduit that could have been a kill, but it didn't because positionally too far. And they could stall you anywhere. And Ring of Fire is one problem where it stalls you on the last like 8 kills or something, or 10 kills that you prepare, or 15 kills even, with a monster type that you can't kill. Like you just can't kill efficiently. So then you waste like a full minute, right? And then if you get a yellow elite for the Ring of Fire, so let's say you did get enough for the Ring of Fire. Then what? Oh wow, this was close. This Demon's Demise was close. I mean, the min max damage is average, but this was close because it's a 199 with area already. I mean, I can ditch it. Uh, I'll use my really nice witching hour. That was fun. That was fun. The 40-second try was 1628 something. Oh, that part? Well, I mean, there's good and bad, I guess. 43rd. Yep, talking about keeps. X executioners are okay, but not like Blue Fallen is okay. So I can play here for like a little bit, just for the kills. But I need to get out of a keeps.
Need more time.
6%, okay, not bad. Okay, I can play here.
I'm still waiting.
see 3 kills.
Need more time. I have more control now.
Of course, the Oculus Ring decided to be like the same spot
I'm still waiting. I'm still
when I
waiting.
wanted to move it.
Not ready yet.
The yellow arrived. I don't care about the yellow elite.
I'm still waiting.
Alright, 10%. Double yellow, so that's bad. Dead end. Okay. Blue exit. Really? After all that, it's a double keeps. Okay, I got this, but now there's a problem. I need 2 blues fast. Because this is easy to kill for kills now, but I need 2 blues. Okay. Is there 2 easy accessible blues? That's 1, but that's not accessible. Is there another blue? I don't have double blues for this. Really? Yellow elite. There's no double blues. Shielding doesn't count. Yeah, this is stupid. Double keeps.
Need more time.
There's no double blues. Yellow again. And the follow-up is stupid. Yellow again.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, 1 blue. Nothing. There's no double blue for this Ring of Fire.
Not ready yet.
So... there's no double blue.
Need more time.
That's ridiculous. Okay, 1 blue. Shielding again. Is there a blue here? No. Not even. Okay, there's a blue here. But this is gonna take forever. Right? Kinda. And it's already too late. Because I had to skip what? 2 floors again?
Need more time.
And then this is like a doorway blue. So it's gonna take forever to like squeeze through the door.
I'm still waiting.
I mean, the blues arrived pretty fast, but
Need more time.
I just want to play out the Ring of Fire now. I still have to tug. I still have to tug, even with or without the ring, the blinding, because they're not all in here. They're not all inside. Okay, okay, okay. At least it almost killed all of them. All right. This is a skip. Because I would waste too much time here. Okay. This is bad. Alright, there's too many keeps on this one. This is like floor 6. Oh. Wow. Only 6 floors. Only 6 floors and I got 26%. Holy. So how do I get no, you know what's funny about this one? You never see 6 floors. I mean, I fought so in my pushes long time ago, like 141 or something. I think it's a like 140 some like I think it was the early 140s or like maybe like a 138 or something. I fought Rhyme. I I fought Rhyme at the Act 1 Crypt End Pylon. Yeah. I fought a Rift Guardian at an End Pylon before. Okay? But here's the funny part about this one. Okay? Here's the funny part about this specific End Pylon. It reminds me of back when they first started launching seasons. Okay, in season 1 or 2. Back then, right? I didn't play, but I watched. Now, what I saw was, right, back in the day, it was so low GR in capability of clearing, right, at the time, or at least the ones that I saw. What happened is that in the while you're getting progress, right, you're also skipping for monster types, so people already figured it out, like what you want to do. Like you would want to find density, like what I did in that first keeps, right? In that first keeps, I killed like a bunch to get like 5% here, 6% there, or whatever, right? 5%, 5%, or something, whatever. So you get like percentage progress every different rooms of the keeps, right? But what this is happening with the sixth floor and only get 26%, let's say. Let's say it was up to like 80%. Somehow I got this rift, this keystone to 80%. And then you see a floor 6 end pylon, right? So it doesn't matter what this was, that it was a keeps at the end. That sucks already. We know that. But seeing the end pylon, let's pretend that this was 80%. In season 1 and 2, right? As far as I know, from my own take, is that I've seen people push at that time, like whether it's a GR, like I don't know, 40 or something. I don't remember exactly, but like one of my friends, right, that I was watching, he got down to like, I think like 90 something percent, and then I think he saw the end pylon too. It was like a floor 3 or 4 or something with an end pylon, right? Or at least like he couldn't find anything to kill. So basically, this result percentage here means that the rift is designed in a way that you need to figure out. Yeah, it would end poorly, meaning that you just have to go back somewhere that you skipped. Because percentage wise, right? Every different keeps room had a chance. So I had a chance on the first floor to maybe kill a few more stuff, like everywhere, right? Let's say 4 rooms of 5% each. That would have been better, right? That would have been better. So meaning that I would get 20% on the first keeps with the X Executioner Blue Fallen mob set. So let's say I get 20% there instead of only 10%, right? So this 26%, what this is saying is that I have to, let's say I had the Paragons. Let's say I had the Paragons to do this keystone. But what this keystone is saying here, and I think you know already what I'm saying, right? Is that eventually I would have seen the end pylon here, but then now it's forcing me to go back somewhere to get the last few percent. Uh, I was I was watching I was watching that mods with the Uliana Dash Monk explode like the infinite dash exploding palm monk in season 3, and then I played season 4. I played season 4 as a support monk, full regen. At the time, there wasn't a full regen, like it wasn't the meta, but it was like support monk was like a thing with because Innes used to be support until they changed its the Innes set identity, right? Which eventually also stole the identity of the Wave of Light from the Sun Wukong. And that's what happened with the inner Wave of Light initially, right? Because Innes set stole like almost 2 sets of damage. Yeah. So I used to play support monk back in season 4, high regen before it became meta. I think it was like season 5 or 6 that the high regen popped up. Until until people figured out the pound of flesh, like health globe barbs or something. And then when health globe barbs like got figured out, the developers decided that a support monk or support builds should like the direction should go into the health globe direction, more or less. So from the pound of flesh like barb or whatever it was with the health globe version of barb at one point, um that it transitioned from high regen monk to the health globe monk. But anyway, I was busy at the time with university, like additional courses as well, inclusive later down the road. So I skipped over some different seasons every now and then because I was studying. Yeah. I mean, obviously I can play, but I was playing more Diablo 2 and I was playing more Diablo 2 and Hearthstone at the time. Like in between the whole time, like between seasons like 4 through between season 5 through 10, I was playing Diablo 2 and Hearthstone while studying instead of like this game when it was like slowly gradually building the seasons to be more fun. It only became more fun like, well, when the necro showed up and when it final when people figured out rats, right? I mean, I didn't enjoy rats or anything, but like the game turned really fun as soon as rats popped up. Aside from people doing split bounties, when rats showed up, that like paved the like now people actually like have something that can actually gain like paragons fast enough to enjoy the game in their way. And what is meant like end game wise when the game was like main stat is king, that you can actually do that, play the game that way. But yeah, like but yeah, this kind of keeps this. I mean, this kind of keystone though is the kind of keystone that reminds me of the first few seasons where you have the exact percentage on different floors and different rooms of potential. Yeah, that was. I mean, double keeps is pretty bad. I mean, obviously, so keeps right in general, you would skip, you would toss the key immediately. But three of the six floors, three of the six floors were keeps. But in general, that felt like six keeps. You're right, because it has West March as well, and so on. Yeah, so that, but double keeps back to back is pretty bad. Yeah, that was the 43rd try or something. I don't know, whatever. 44. Let's see. Ah, so so now what the game is doing, okay? The game is saying you missed one, like one or two chances today, so to speak. Um, which means that like now the game is like not gonna give better maps, or like you have to dig really deep now just to get a good one, because the game is like you miss your chance and you didn't work on paragons obviously in order to do the two chances that I gave you. Well, from the perspective of Auric, right? Auric gave like two chances out of like what the 8 or 9 keys that I did so far, 8 keys or so. So Auric gave two chances, which I needed probably like 125 more paragons or something,
I'm still waiting.
and to play perfectly.
Need more time.
And oh, by the way, for plague tunnels, right? I think you know this, but you should always try to play from the right side first, unlike speeds, right? Because then you might spawn a pylon in those places.
Need more time.
So a yellow elite, which is bad,
I'm still waiting.
and I don't have enough kills anyway. So this yellow elite is distracting my
Not ready yet.
like 3% progress.
Need more time.
Like it's all an estimate, but I'm pretty sure like I would have 3% here if the yellow elite wasn't like didn't see me. But the yellow elite saw me. So this 3%
I'm still
is
waiting.
like worthless. Okay. I can't even get 3% now.
Not ready yet.
So there's a blue, but I was gonna get out of this floor anyway. So let's see what the floor is if I can find an exit. Is it this way or
I'm
that
still
way?
waiting.
Oh my gosh, they gave me another donut? That's so scary.
Need more time.
So they gave me another donut, which would have been a potential pylon spawn. But then there's an elite here as
Not
well.
ready yet.
I'm gonna check floor 2 after this little spot.
I wish I
I
could
want to
help.
know what floor 2 is. That's my usual rule anyway. I mean, that was the rule back in the day with the charge barb.
I'm still waiting.
So when you're a support barb especially, you always check floor 2 because Hell Rift, for example, right? Hell Rift is like a small map that you can check floor 2 with. So that rule of check floor 2 came about because of Hell Rift. Or at least that's how I interpreted it
Waiting.
from back then.
Not ready yet.
Okay, 12%. Uh, nah. It's over.
I am returning to task.
Fire Shaman floor.
I require aid.
44th try. Floor 1 plague tunnels into floor 2 halls. Agony.